Welcome back, everyone. This is Roy with Pontoon Life. Um, I'm got a little bit of an update for y'all on our egg hatching. I don't want to say it's an experiment, but it is the first time that we have done anything like this. And if y'all watched the previous video, I gave you kind of the story um, on the ducks that we rescued. And well, I should say we rescued ducks. We rescued eggs that were left and abandoned. So anyway, I gave you a little rundown and kind of showed you the incubator and how we had um, put them in there, and it was a learning experience and all. And I'm gonna put little clips of the that previous video in here. But I kind of wanted to show you the incubator again, so I'm going to kind of turn this camera around a little bit here. Um, that is what the incubator looks like. Now you notice there are still a few eggs in there. We did have two of the ducks hatch, and it's already been a little over 24 hours. And let me see if I can get them out of here and put them in here. Anyway, there's one of the eggs. That's how they ended up. And I'm gonna turn this camera around here again to figure this out here. I don't want to kind of go through the whole thing, but here are the little guys. And let's what's up, guys? All right, well, they are a little skittish. I mean, I would be too if I just come out of an egg into a box and then get taken out of a box and put in a tub, so to speak. So, yeah, and then there's these great big giants around. So, yeah, I guess I'd be a little bit scared too. But anyway, so far they've been pretty healthy, and we've got them under a little heat light there, and they seem to be doing well. They're kind of huddled together. At least there's two of them, so they're kind of keeping each other company. And we come check on them quite a bit. So, and also got camera down here that we can keep an eye on them. So, and if y'all know, also we had a not, you know, a rescue, but we did want to hatch some chickens, and so we had gone and got some fertile eggs, and we got a variety of different breeds, Rhode Island Reds, Black Australarp, the Americanas, which are the Easter egg chicken variety, and the Leghorn, I believe it is. But anyway, if you look back, and I'll put a little clip of the video of us putting those on the incubator, and that's in a different incubator. Those guys were put like, I want to say 7 or 8 days after the duck. So the hatch dates are right about the same time, maybe a day or two off. But anyway, let me turn this around so you guys can see the how that's progressing. All right, so that's our incubator. Now, if you notice, the humidity level's up high, so that's because the last 3 days of incubation, you're supposed to fill up both the reservoirs on here, which are, so it's higher, much higher humidity. But take a look. This is like I said, our first time, and if you can see that they are starting to peek through the shell, and if you kind of watch them, you'll see the little beaks moving in there. They are starting to break those shells. There's one there. There's another one right there. I want to say there's about 4 or 5 of them in here so far that have started to break the shells. So they are coming through. I believe this one right here also has a small break in the top as well, and I think there's one right there. That one's also started. Yeah, that one right in that little white one there. So that one, and I think there's a Rhode Island Red one back there that started as well. I don't want to move these around or anything, but yeah, it is pretty interesting to watch these guys. I mean, I can see the little beaks coming through there every now and then and poking at that shell. I think they get tired and they take little breaks, and then they start up again. So we're up. There's one right there. He's just going at it. That little egg's moving around. Kind of hard to catch him in the act, you know. But you can see the eggs moving there. So I'm guessing he's kind of repositioning in there and trying to get that shell to open. Now, I know that you're not supposed to, you know, go in there and try to open or break the shells for them. They need to do that. So I think in rare instances you would do that if they were, say, stuck for, you know, several days and couldn't get out of there. But the whole idea is that, you know, they need to be left on their own to do this. And I can actually hear them in there. Every once in a while you hear, I thought it was the ducks, but you can actually hear the little chicks in the eggs every once in a while, especially when they're breaking the outside of that shell there. And I'm trying to hold this camera still. Yeah, it's hard to catch them. There goes. And I can hear him, a little chirp every now and then. That is just awesome. So anyway, that's our update here. We have ducks, and we are definitely hurt those chicks. Kind of strange to hear the, I mean, I've I've had chicks before, you know, small chicks and ducks and geese and turkeys and whatnot, but I've never had them. Well, I did have two geese that naturally hatched two gooselings, and they turned out to be very healthy. But you know, that was, you know, they sitting on a nest, and you know, this is way back when, I don't know, some 30 some odd years ago, and you can hear them, you know, and you can see them. But when you have an egg and it's just moving and it's making noise, that's that's a little different. So anyway, they are going at it. They are breaking through their shells, and that is the latest update there. So anyway, that's all. That's all I got. I just wanted to kind of give you all a little update on our ducks and geese. You know, that last video I did was when we first put them in, and I hadn't really done anything because I've just been checking the water and making sure that, you know, they turn properly and whatnot. And the last 3 days prior to hatch date, you take out that rotator, that automatic rotator in there, and that way it prevents them from being hurt as they start to open the shells, and also you know, so they don't become stuck in there, because those little honeycombs in that rotator, you know, doesn't give them much room. So we did that 3 days prior, so they're, you know, they're just sitting in there, and I can hear them and I can see them, some of them with their little beaks coming through the shells. So like I said, that's different. And I'll bring y'all another update once we know that they've come out of their shells, and we've got them all in their little incubator, or little heated tubs. So anyway, we're all new at this, and so far so good. We do have one other duck egg that didn't hatch yet, so I don't know. It may or may not have been fertile. I don't know. We candled it. It looked like these, but it's much smaller. So not sure if that one's going to actually hatch, if there's anything in there or not. But we're going to give it some more time. The chickens, we had a couple of dozen chickens, and we've got them from different places. So I don't know if all of them were fertile, well, they were supposed to be, but you know, I don't know hatch rate wise what the normalcy is. You know, what is it? How many out of a dozen are supposed to hatch, or you know, how many do you expect not to hatch, or are you going to have some that are going to die after hatching? I don't know any of that. I've been watching YouTube videos and seeing what the norm is, but so far so good. I mean, they seem to be, you know, moving along like they're supposed to be. And incubators have done real well. That first incubator, that little square one, we bought that actually while we were out and found the duck eggs. My wife went out on the Amazon app and bought it on the spot and had it delivered the next day. And you know, that was that one. The chicken one, the bigger one, the Nurture Right 360, that one, we planned for that one. We bought it at Tractor Supply. So that one was a little different. It's a little bit more automated, lot less work, and much easier to fill water and whatnot. So anyway, that's our update. I'll go ahead and end this video here, and then you know, plan on another update when the chickens are hatched, and we know. All right, well, the ducks are running around. I guess they're getting their duck legs. So yeah, they're pretty curious right now, trying to jump out of the little enclosure there. So I don't know, we may have to put something over the top of them. Don't want them to jump out of there and running around because they don't have much room to run in here anyway. So, okay, guys. All right. So anyway, that's our update. Happy fishing. Y'all be safe out there, and we'll see you on the next one.